Hi, let me start this video by saying that I can absolutely guarantee you that if you watch this video until the end and implement all of these 4 steps, you are going to be able to quit any addiction you want. And I'm telling you to stick to the end because I already written down a bonus that I can give you that will make your progress in quitting addictions way faster. So the first one. The first one is changing your identity. I put this the first step because this is really important. Because the only limitation to your progress are your beliefs. You are only going to make as much progress as your mind can comprehend. Can your mind imagine making $1 million per month? Probably no. That's why you are never going to make that much money. Can your mind comprehend you quitting all of your addictions in a day? No. That's why you are never going to be able to do it. You probably can't even imagine going to the gym every single day if you don't already do that. And if it's hard to imagine, it's going to be 3 times or maybe 1,000,000 times harder to actually do it if you can't even visualize it. So the change starts here in your mind, because now your identity is probably of a guy that wants to start improving himself. Your identity is a guy that wants to quit bad habits, and you want to change this identity from a guy that, let's say, wants to go to the gym, who is actively going to the gym. So you don't want, you are doing it. You need to scrap the identity of you trying to, let's say, quit porn. You need to make your identity of you are quitting porn. You are in the process. So you don't want to do it. So you're not in a process of wanting, you are in a process of actually doing it. And if you have some problems believing that, let me just tell you that you are now, if you want to start going to the gym, for example, and your bad habit is like procrastinating, you clicked on this video and you are still watching. So you are in the process of becoming an athlete. You are in the process of becoming a person that goes to the gym every single day. So you should be proud of yourself right now. You shouldn't look down on yourself. You are actually and actively making progress in this very second by watching it and implanting this knowledge into your mind so you can use it later. Now, when I helped you change your identity, let's move to the second step. This is going to be starting slow. Because if you are like me and you want to quit bad habits, I used to have this massive ego that made me believe that I can quit my bad habits in a day. Like, I was still a loser, but I was like, yeah, I could go from eating junk food every single day to not eating any until the rest of my life. This is borderline impossible to do. That's why you have to start slow. So let me give you an example. Let's say you are a extreme degenerate and you watch porn every single day, so 7 times a week. If you want to quit porn, let's say you need to just watch it 6 times a week. Maybe this is something that you are not used to doing because you are used to doing something like, oh, I'm now not going to watch porn at all until the rest of my life. But when day 3 comes and you get the urges, you're going to relapse and you're going to go back to day 1. And this is what you definitely don't want to do. You definitely don't want to be, by the way, tracking days. Let's say you are tracking days that you went to the gym. Day 1 of going to the gym, day 2 of going to the gym. At day 3, you get these urges like you don't want to go to the gym and you are procrastinating. You have extreme muscle aches because you've never been in the gym before. And now you are going to relapse and you are going to say like, oh, now I'm at day 1 or at day 0. This is not a good way to keep track. So the best way what you can do is to not track days. You shouldn't track days of nofap. That's like one of the biggest mistakes. So if you watch porn 7 times a week, reduce it to 6 times a week for, let's say, 2 weeks. If you can sustain that and you are comfortable with it, you are going to move it to 5 days. So you have this weekly allowance of watching porn. It sounds crazy, but if you are at these lower levels, it's way better to just start slow. That's why if you've never been to the gym before, going to the gym just 1 or 2 times a week just 2 days a week of working out. You may think like, oh, that's small because some athletes train 6 or 7 times a week, but you are not at their level of discipline. You need to start small and you are going to build yourself up. Let's say you only go to the gym 2 times a week for a month. And then when you are comfortable with 2 times a week, like, oh, this is super great, going to the gym 2 times a week. I can maybe try 3 times a week. And 3 times a week going to the gym is actually pretty decent if you hit decent workouts. And then you are going to, let's say, in half a year, add a fourth day, and a fifth day, and a sixth day. And now you feel like a complete athlete a year later. And now, step 3. I never heard anyone mention this step. I probably invented this new tactic. Be aware of the downsides of doing your bad habits and use that for the motivation to change. I never heard that anyone use it. So I will quickly explain it. You literally need to get disgusted at what you are doing. Let's say you are masturbating almost every single day and you want to reduce that optimally to 0. But you don't have the motivation to quit because you are not really aware of the downsides. You don't really know how porn and masturbation is detrimental to your mental health. Because if you fap every single day, you are not going to have as much self-respect, let's say, as the guy that goes to the gym every single day. You're going to have extremely low self-esteem, and that means you are going to have extremely low testosterone, which also means that you are not going to have that much muscle, which means that you are not going to be attractive to girls, which means that you are going to be even lonelier, and that's going to make you watch even more porn. You need to imagine this. You need to imagine this infinite cycle, and this needs to make you say like, oh shit, what I'm doing is actually really, really bad, and I need to stop. Why are so many people comfortable with being obese? Why are so many people comfortable with not going to the gym? Because they don't know of the downsides of being themselves, of being fat and not having any physical activity. And they don't know, by the way, the benefits of not being obese and the benefits of going to the gym. So this can also be the other way around. If you want to, let's say, quit porn, you can imagine how big of a self-esteem you are going to have. And you can walk into a room and be like, I'm one of the best here. Because all of the guys, because you were one of them, are jacking off every single day. All of these guys in this place are jacking off. And this is going to make you be like, yeah, I'm the best. Like, I can easily overpower every one of them. They are super weak in their minds. They can't even keep their hands off their dicks every single day. So you are going to have this extremely high level of self-esteem. And you can be actually proud of yourself for quitting bad habits. Like, oh, I managed to quit. And these people are still stuck in the rat race. They are still stuck in that hamster wheel, going and relapsing every single day. And I'm better than them. So you don't need to only visualize the downsides, you can also visualize the upsides. Now, step 4, one of the most important ones, is changing your environment, changing the stuff around you. Let's say you are an incredible procrastinator. You can't get yourself to go to the gym and you can't get yourself to eat clean. You wake up in your usual bed, grab your phone, like you usually do, and scroll on it for a few minutes. Then you, let's say, you even relapse because you come across some soft porn on Instagram and it makes you be horny and go on to Pornhub. And you relapse again. Your usual day, yeah, because you are a loser. Then you put your phone back, go clean up, stand up, go into the shower, you procrastinate on the cold shower, so you end up being a pussy and taking a warm one. You don't even brush your teeth because you are that lazy. You go down, you want to eat clean, but instead you choose to eat a donut and some piece of chocolate. This is your usual routine. Maybe not yours, but some extremely addicted guy. This is what happens if you don't change your environment. What happens if you change your environment? Let's say you watch this video and you implement the hack, like, I'm now a changed human being, I'm going to take action on this video. I'm literally going to follow step 1, changing my identity. Step 2, I'm going to limit the time that I eat junk food. 3, I'm going to wake up and go to sleep with being aware how detrimental are these bad habits to my mental and physical health. And I'm going to, let's say, move my bed to a different part of the room. I'm going to move my bedside table further away from my bed so I don't grab the phone immediately as I wake up. So we are going to move the bedside table out of the way, put your phone further away from the bed. So when you wake up, you need to get out of bed to go grab that phone. And this step makes sure that you don't relapse in your bed. And you grab that phone and you go to the shower. Now, if you already started your day better, and let's say you change your environment in a way that you can only do cold showers, that you literally tell to your brother to turn off the warm water. I never actually did this step, but I'm just thinking about what would I do if I don't want to do a cold shower. I will literally turn off the hot water, so I only need to do a cold shower. Then after that, you are going to go downstairs, and there is going to be the normal trigger. And there used to be the normal trigger of you opening a closet and seeing there being snacks. What you are going to do if you change your environment, you are going to move these snacks elsewhere or even completely throw them out. So now if you open that closet or where you stack your food or in the fridge, you are going to see that there is only healthy food. So you are going to only pick the healthy option. And now you started the day in such a way that sets you up for success. Now, the bonus step. I call this removing the triggers. So let's say when you wake up, you grab your phone, and that is a trigger for you to relapse. Because the trigger is you go on the phone, you go on Instagram, and you see some half-naked gym girls, and it makes you horny, and then it makes you relapse. Let's say this is an example. That doesn't need to be like this. So how do you remove this? You, let's say, unfollow these accounts, or even when it still gets pushed towards you, you completely delete Instagram, or you just move the bed further away from the table so that prevents you from grabbing it instantly. So if you want to quit some bad habits, you need to realize, when do you do these bad habits? Let's say the trigger for relapsing is that your family goes away somewhere and now you're alone in the house. And now there is a situation for you to relapse. So what are you going to do? You see your parents going outside, you're going to know that you are going to relapse, but because you don't have a massive ego now, because I told you not to have to, and you know that you don't have that much discipline to resist the urges, you're just going to also go outside to remove completely the triggers. And also, one thing that helps you quit bad habits is having strong discipline. And what if I told you that there is even something better than discipline? So if you want to make your progress even better, make sure to check the first video in the description where I tell you about something better than discipline. If you enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and check the first video in the description.